Rate. Yeah, I can hear myself. Ursuliña, can you hear us? Yeah, great. No? Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
I can hear you.
Okay, thank you, Julita. Oh yeah, we have yoga mats in that closet, and there's blocks and all kinds of goodies if you need to. Sorry, the bathroom's not through that door. There's water on that. Well, not much water left on that little. And you can turn on the light. You can't find the light. All right. So, as usual, or if it's your first usual time coming to our yoga center, just by maybe gaining a little bit of awareness, right? By closing the eyes. So in the yoga ladder, in the yogic tradition, or the Ashtanga yoga tradition, there's this concept of pratyahar, which means to abstract from the external input, right? To turn the senses off from the outside and turn them back in from the inside, to be introspective, in other words. So how do we become isolated from all the things that happen around the environments, right? It's simply by bringing awareness. So there is going to be distractions. There will be something that will happen that will bring your mind out of your moving meditation. There is going to be somebody that will be calling your name, or a phone that will ring, and all those things that we know to do, especially for the ones who are doing it at home virtually. There's always that TV in their house, or the car that honks. If you're all the way in South America, that bread maker that honks down the street. So all those things. And also, let's observe, what is it that we're bringing with us to our yoga practice? So what are we thinking about? What has happened through our day, right? What is the mood and the level of energy? And we already heard the level of energy right here in the room. We might have to change that, but the level of energy that we bring in through our day, and that we walk in through our yoga practice. So all these other factors are just really around us. So it's very difficult to invite the mind to just all of a sudden switch a channel and become just introspective. How do we practice pratyahara? How do we become, mindful without having to maybe deal with all these other things external to us? So can we take a few seconds and maybe allow ourselves to connect through our physical body? So what does it mean to connect to through your physical body? That means that your mind, your brain needs to connect through your senses to wherever you are on the ground. So what does the temperature feel like through the sense of the skin or touch? What does your pressure feel like as you're sitting with your legs extended, cross, completely irrelevant, against the wall or not, sitting on a block or not, with blocks underneath your knees or not, whichever is that you find yourself in a sense of comfort. That's exactly where we need to be. And then can you give your mind or your brain for a second to connect, to physically make those connections? And we already know that the brain to connect, to have a benefit through our physical body, takes about 18 seconds. And doesn't mean that as a blank rule for everybody, but it's just the process to start feeling the feet, to feeling the hands, maybe to start feeling our shoulders, our chest, our clavicles, our breastbone, our entire cervical spine, down through the thoracic spine, through your lumbar area, that we allow your left and right side of the body to be equally balanced, and we exhale when the body is ready to breathe out, and we breathe naturally to your own rhythm, where you're inhaling to find your own sense of rhythm, to own sense of, again, pace and cadence through your own practices, nobody else's. Nobody should force you or needs to catch up or slow down for anything or anybody else around, right? This is our own yoga practice. And when we come to the yoga practice together, virtually or physically, there is the benefit of the shared experience and the shared thought. So maybe allowing ourselves to find an intention. So what is your intention? What is it that brings you to your yoga practice? Is it more than just an exercise, right? An exercise can be done anywhere, but what does yoga mean? And the actual word yoga comes from the Sanskrit word, which means to connect, to yoke things, to bind things. So to allow ourselves, all these layers that we have, what are we attaching them or connecting them to? What is it that we're thinking? What is the intention? And who's the I? And who's the speaker in this voice that I have in my head? Right? Is it my hand? Is it my heart? Is it my breath? Is it my endocrine system? So allowing our body to maybe start slowly feeling that the breath empties out from the abdomen, to soften the hands, to soften the elbows, the jaw, not to sit on the edge of our hips, but to sit comfortably to the ground as you're inhaling, the body breathes. And it's not about not moving, quite the contrary. It's about making your body slowly and gently alert to where the breath comes in, and when the breathing leaves the body, and where from that comes. And can I allow myself to slowly engage in a gentle breath? I'm not forcing, I'm not moving too quickly, not moving too slowly. Can I engage the spine, the crown of the head to slowly lengthen up? And where's my attention? Where are my senses? Where am I listening to? Can I not listen outside, but listen in as I inhale? And I feel that natural hum of my body, that natural mantra that is yours. Can I allow myself to slowly exhale and to feel again the same sensation, different tone of your own personal mantra? And let the inhalation expand, open, and breathe through the crown of the head until I feel my right hand slowly coming into my belly as I exhale. I can feel the palm of my hand gently coming in between my belly button area and my pubic bone. And maybe my left hand as I inhale comes into my chest, and I feel it gently coming in between my pec muscles, very close to my heart center. And I find the perfect position for my hand and palm. And I exhale as if I were to breathe out, pressing the right hand deep into my tummy, slowly squeezing as if my body rounds and squeezes the belly button area inwardly. And I expand it slowly as if I'm were to expand into my left hand, into my chest. And I open the shoulders. And I let my body exhale, pressing the left hand. Can I really feel the left hand pressing deeper into my chest and moving gently through my torso into my belly button area, squeezing, and then maybe expanding this time on the bottom hand, on the right hand, and then bringing the breath all the way towards my left. So I feel my chest expanding, my shoulders broadening. And I hold for a tiny second into the breath until I feel that my body is ready to exhale. And I simply breathe out from the chest, squeezing it down towards my right hand until my right hand presses in towards my lower back. And I pause even shorter period to then pay attention to my inhalation as my right hand expands, as my belly expands, and I can feel the breath lifting through my chest, onto my shoulders, onto the upper lobes of my lungs. And I hold it to really fully engage the breath, to sip it into my bloodstream, to exhale when I'm ready to exhale at my own pacing. Breathe out from my chest down towards my right hand, exhaling, to pause, to really observe what happens when I exhale. And then inhale, and then bring in exactly what you need from the right hand all the way towards the chest, To exhale, to release, and softly breathe out when your body is ready through your nose, with your mouth softly closed, squeezing the belly button area inwardly, soften the jaw and neck. To inhale when your body is ready to inhale, from the abdomen to your chest, to your own pacing, not mine. Hold your lungs broad and opened, and then exhale. And so breathe kindly from the chest to your belly. One last long expansion, pausing without rushing. Can I feel my body from the abdomen to my chest? To then hold, and then when I'm ready to exhale, my hands will naturally release, and see if my shoulders soften and my hands reach from the outside of my knees and I embrace my knees as the feet are crossed over, one ankle over the other, it doesn't matter which one, and I wrap my hands onto my wrist, forearms, elbows, triceps, it doesn't matter, to my shins, legs, thighs, and let my head slowly roll gently forward as if my jaw draws in towards my kneecaps, and see if my forehead maybe rests softly in the direction of your knees. Not because you have to, not because it's a must. It's not because you're forcing the shoulders and the exhalation comes deeply through your tummy. One more time. Again, the rhythm of the breath continues in every instance of our yoga practice. The moment we stop that rhythm of breathing, the exhalation, the pause, the inhalation, the pause, and the exhalation starts again the process, and find that your body slowly supports. The moment we pause or we stop the rhythm, we forget. We simply come back into, not to stay out of our yoga practice. One more time, breathing gently, expanding the tailbone area, lower back, shoulder blades, neck area. And as the body exhales, forehead comes closest towards your kneecaps. And then kindly inhale, raising your head. Only your head extends, your hands stay in position. If comfortable, never force, never overdoing. Let the chin raise up towards the sky as if your body is ready to lengthen the jaw towards the ceiling and your throat expands. Breathe in one more time to feel the abdomen, to feel the chest slowly. One last long extension. Feel that it comes from the tailbone all the way towards your neck. As your body exhales, slowly feel your neck and your head tilt softly back. Inhale through your nose, and then open your mouth and stick your tongue out slowly as far as your tongue moves away. Broaden your jaw and breathe out through your mouth. One more time, close your mouth in. Inhale through your nose, and then broaden your jaw. Exaggerate the muscles of your jaw. Without hyperventilating, slowly inhale, slowly, breathing mouth closed, inhale through your nose. One last time, out, tongue, and then inhale, closing your mouth, and then exhale, your jaw soften, release gently. Your torso, your spine, your arms, your hands, allow your legs to slowly roll gently, knee over knee and foot over one side of your yoga mat. So your lengthwise of your yoga mat, so you can just simply reach onto your right side or right leg on the ground, left knee on top of the right knee, left foot underneath the right foot or ankle, and let your body just settle into the position. When your body's ready, allow your right leg to stay on the ground, your right hand to support you, and inhale your left leg extended away and across, as far away to the right side as your body allows it. And your right heel stays on the ground, your right knee stretches, breathe in, allow your right hand to slowly sit you up. Find that your right hand presses and twist the torso slowly towards the right side of your body, while your left hand holds onto the ground, holds onto the right hip, holds to the outer thigh of the left leg, knee, shin, ankle. Allow the inner thigh to support it, and slowly bring your right shoulder as you inhale out to the right side of your body and to the back. And your head looks over the right shoulder, not because you're muscling your neck, you're simply twisting, feeling that your body presses out through your left and then rotates as you exhale out to the right, and your crown of the head extends taller. Breathe, breathe in, find your midsection, find your waist, find your shoulder. One more time, observe and adjust. Anytime that your body needs to move or to adjust, there's no pain. Pain is exactly what we're not looking for in yoga. Your position is as deep as your body allows it, and your intensity prefers it. When your last long exhale, can you feel your tummy the same way that you were breathing from the abdomen, exhaling and then inhaling into your chest and broaden your shoulders. Exhale and release slowly your head, maintaining your left leg crossed over. Your right hand comes over your right shin, your right knee, your right thigh. Your left hand comes and twists slowly towards the left side of your hip, towards the left side of your glute muscles, towards the back of your body, while your shoulders separate and your right leg stays flexed, and you feel your body looking over the left side of your shoulder towards the left side of your torso. One more time, the crown of the head extended tall, your abdomen wraps around, your shoulders broaden. Deep breath in, crown of head extends, tailbone area sits slowly through the right hip. One inhalation, twisting kindly. And then exhale, feel that your abdomen compresses, that your diaphragm moves, that your shoulders are broad. One exhalation comes deeply through your tummy. Breathe out one last time. Can you feel your body moving broadly, extending through your shoulders and crown? In your final exhalation, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, gently extend the crown. And then undo very softly. Hands and arms and shoulders. And let your left knee slowly come in. Allow your knees to be balanced. Cross opposite foot over your ankle. Allow your hands come slowly over and around your legs, knees, shins, wrists, forearms, elbows, triceps. Less is always more in yoga. And allow your jaw to draw towards your throat so your forehead comes towards your kneecaps, and exhale all the way through. Breathe in. Not because you're compressing, you round your shoulders. Give yourself enough room that you're hugging your inner thighs closest and your abdomen pressed by your thighs, and you compress as you move your breath out of your gut area, all those abdominal organs, that your spine lengthens, and the muscles that we carry, that we tend to shrug or we tend to muscle through positions. Let your body just simply exhale, move your gut slowly. Allow again that energy, that second brain, right? That gut feeling is because we gut so many things into our belly. Let the last long exhalation to empty all the way through, empty it out, cleanse, and then raise your head. Take a deep, deep breath as the crown extends, and then drop your head back and open your jaw and tongue out as you exhale. Close your mouth and breathe in slowly through your nose, and then from the gut area one more time. Inhale deeply, deeply, and then jaw opens, broad, broad, broad. Exaggerate, close as you inhale, and release. Hands slowly soften, roll over your left knee, right foot, right knee over your left one. Allow your right leg then to extend across the body as if it just stretches out through the heel, staying in the ground. Your right hand comes over your right knee, your right thigh, right hip, and your left arm comes all the way towards the left side of your body. Shoulders are not raised, they're dropped. Shoulder blades come and hug the cervical spine. Your head looks over the chest, over the left shoulder, and you breathe in. Your left hand on tip, on palm, on fist. Find what's appropriate and comfortable for your wrist, for the position of your vertebrae column, that your spine lengthens, that you're twisting your abdomen, that you find your right heel as close towards or the away from your body, I should say, and your left heel is close to your right glute, and feel that your body lengthens. And one more time, can you feel your body moving, inhaling and extending, and exhale all the way through. Last 2 times. Can you find your body opening, extending and reaching? Can you slowly squeeze through your oblique muscles? Feel that the waist, the abdominal girdle supports your spine. One more time. Breathe. Can you carry your energy through your body? Listen to your own energy level. And then exhale, exhale, release, and slowly soften. Can you find gently the body releasing, hands and arms, maintaining the right leg across the left, hand then crosses over your right leg and twisting exactly in the opposite direction. With your left hand on your leg, on the right side or the left side, it doesn't matter, on the ground, outside your hip. When your body twists, slowly exhale your right shoulder broad and your head slowly around to the right side. And you feel your tummy and your chest raise the heart center. So it's less about curling forward, it's about opening the torso and opening the spine, and feel that your right leg extends and you breathe in. And then do not force the position, just simply twist. Allow your body to slowly reach into the position. What is the most comfortable position at this point? Can you find your body adapting to it? Exhale, jaw draws in. One more time, fluidly move in air into your body and all the places that need to be oxygenated, and release all the pressure and tension and other thoughts that might not be maybe at this moment necessary into this one twist. When your body exhales, can you find your state of mind? Let your last two breaths, opening. And then use your abdomen. As you know, your diaphragm compresses the base of your lungs. Empty it out. Move your chest as you inhale. And then finally, as you exhale, breathe all the way through, not lifting your chin. Your chin is always parallel towards the ground. Last breath in. To then undo and release and slowly soften back to center. Very gently. Allowing your knees to raise, to allow your knees to slowly be looking towards the top of your yoga mat, or towards the ceiling, I should say, while the toes look towards the top of your yoga mat, and your hands slowly come towards your shins, towards your ankles, towards your feet, and your body exhales slowly into this position. And feel that your body slowly softens, and maybe your body's ready to roll gently forward, as if you're just going to roll over your knees or your inner thighs. The pinky side of your feet are on the ground. Your hands maybe come towards the front of your body. If your body has enough control and strength into your hips and glutes, maybe your hands come right next to your hips on the ground, and you slowly raise your hips a little bit until you feel that you have control over the lifting of the pelvic area through your legs and feet muscles. Exhale, release, soften to the ground. Feel your body. What does it feel like to be in the most comfortable position with your legs crossed, your hands into the ground in front of your body, and raise your hips a little bit as if you're come off the ground. Exhale, hold that breath in, and then release slowly your hips gently to the floor. Beautiful. It doesn't matter how high at first. Last attempt. Hands into the ground, or hands in front of your body. So raise your hips or raise your hips. Holding. One last breath in, and then exhale and release gently to the floor. Beautiful. Very nice. Breath. Allow your body to slowly soften your legs and torso. Allow your knees to widen all the way towards as far away from each other as possible, and lean gently forward with your torso. Just round your spine as if you're just coming with your forehead gently in front of your hips, or maybe all the way towards the ground. It doesn't matter. It's not a competition. It's not showing the body. It's not about how much I can do or how much I need to show off. Is about just staying present. And again, lots of thoughts come to mind, lots of feelings come to be aware. And so are we able to look at those things, especially when we become to be challenged? So what are the things that are triggered in my mind, and how do I deal with those? Can I allow my body to exhale, to breathe gently out? When my final exhalation empties all the way through, with my hands and not my back, I'm going to press up, inhale, rolling my spine off the ground, rolling my torso, rolling my neck, slowly rolling my knees kindly off the ground, pressing my hands outside my hips, outside my knees, in front of my body, pressing through the heels, not hurting my ankles, not hurting my knees, not hurting my joints of the hips. And I'm going to slowly gain a gentle momentum to raise my hips, and then come slowly all the way to standing position, staying with my feet crossed. Breath in, and let my body stay slowly just where you are. It doesn't matter where your feet are. Allowing them to stay from the heels to the pinky toes, through the edge or the pinky side, the pinky toe side of your feet. While your toes expand, and you can feel the sole of your foot into the ground, your inner thighs squeeze. When your body's ready, let your arms slowly come wide and up towards the sky. Find your balance. Open your eyes if necessary. That means your cerebellum might need that information to stay balanced. Squeeze your glutes, open your hip flexors, abdomen supports your lower back. One more time. Underarms, shoulders, and index finger. And your last long deep breath in. Forward bend. Let your elbows and your hands slowly soften your knees, and your hands come towards your hips, or maybe your thighs, or maybe your knees, or maybe your shins, or maybe the ground, or maybe the ankles, or maybe the toes, and your body stays folded forward. And you can feel your jaw looking gently towards your throat rather than away from the throat. So your eyes are not looking towards the ground, but looking towards your toes, towards your knees, towards your thighs, towards your belly button area. And you find your hands not having to hold the position, allowing the heels of your feet to support. One more time. Exhale all the way through. Open those hip muscles, open those glute muscles when your last long exhalation empties through. Raise your body from the base of the spine slowly. Your legs are the ones that move in. Your arms open wide towards the sky. Breathe, breathe. Parallel hands gently above the shoulders. Never lock the elbows. Index finger pointing towards the sky. Palms and hands facing each other. So your shoulder blades or the entire rotator cuffs are able to rotate and open, that you're raising from your waist. Your glute muscles and your heels are on the ground. One more time. Squeeze your inner thighs. Let your last long inhalation, and then exhale, and then fold forward. Elbows, torso, spine, rounding gently towards the ground. Touch slowly towards your knees, towards your shins, towards the floor. Bend your knees as much as you need to if your body's ready. And when your body's ready, finding and looking always for the perfect balance. Your front foot stays in front, and your back foot is going to come around and come across in the opposite direction. So now you're going to be most likely in your most challenging side, or the side that offers you a little bit less familiarity. So find your head, your neck, your shoulders. Fold forward. It doesn't matter how straight your knees you think they should be. Soften your knees. Give yourself that moment of grace and let your body slowly adjust. Let it give time for your body to adjust into this position. And it might take a few breaths. It might take a few sessions. It might take a few months. It might take a few years. It might take a few lifetimes if we're gracious enough to have the same body next time. So allow the body to slowly roll, and you soften your head, and the crown of the head slowly gently looks towards the floor. When the heels are firm and steady, let your arms slowly open, and then your legs are the ones that carry your torso, not your back. Your abdomen is strong. You raise to reach towards the sky. You open your eyes if you need to. Exhale all the way through. Inhale, squeeze your inner thighs and let your toes extend the soles of your foot. And so what does it feel like to be just long and extended? Can you carry your body tall? Can you support and gently the entire waist area? So if your abdominal girdle, right? We all have a girdle that is a natural girdle that is composed with those oblique muscles, entire wraparound of your abdominal cavity. Make those activate and extend, and you raise last breath in until your body's ready to one more time. Bend softly forward, and you can feel your head and shoulders rounding gently towards your thighs. Hands touch the legs all the way towards the ground, whichever is comfortable. Jaw draws in. Find your breath. Is your breath still activated through your diaphragm? One more time. Exhale. Fold the body. And so process, meaning allow not to get stuck in feelings or emotions, but let your body keep moving. Let those things go as you breathe out. Really use the entire function of the breath. As you exhale, you let all these other things exhale completely out of your body. And then one last time, raise towards the sky. Breath, engage through your legs, not your back. Extend and reach. Hold, open your eyes if needed. Look slowly in front of your body towards the ground in front of you if you need to, or close your eyes where maybe your body's a little more comfortable and you find an easy way to support balance. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your inner thighs, lengthen your legs as much as needed. When your last long inhalation, can you feel your abdomen and lower back and waist reach towards the sky? Let your elbows, only the elbows, soften gently in front of your body and doing gently towards the sides of the hips. So your arms are just dangling down below your shoulders, and your right or left foot, whichever one is in front, opens to the side and standing into perfect standing position on the top of your yoga mat. and you feel your body exhaling. Use your arms to raise them towards the sky as you breathe in, and your elbows bend so to reach slowly behind your shoulders, behind your shoulder blades, behind the base of your neck. Your biceps become really strong. That means you flex them, you make them bulge out, while your triceps or the back of the arms between the elbow and the underarm are really extending, and your abdomen flattens every time you exhale. You use the fingers as leverage, so the elbows are not wide apart. They're coming closer and closer and closer towards the temporal sides of your head. And you're, again, opening the shoulders. So it's as if you were rotating your shoulder blades a little bit wider, and your underarms open a little bit deeper. You're cleansing through your lymphatic system. You're allowing the heels of your feet strong, your toes to be whitened. One more time. Take a full inhalation. And every time that you breathe, become a little bit longer. And every time that you exhale, you become more grounded through your feet, flattened through your belly, strong gut area. Last time, breath in. And as your body exhales, feel that your body really squeezes glutes, thighs, and feet to the ground, and raise your arms as you inhale towards the sky. Fold completely forward, hands onto your thighs, onto your knees, onto your shins. It doesn't matter if your knees are completely straight or not. Check the position. We're going to check the position of the toes and the feet. Look at your toes. They should be running the same direction. That means parallel towards each other. And the heels should be slightly wider, 2 or 3 fingers apart from each other than the big toe. The inside of the big toes almost touching. If that's comfortable with your inner thighs, with your kneecaps, with the rotation of your shins, and let your body stay as square into the position your body allows it. When your body's ready, fold very gently so the crown of the head points towards the floor. And you're on pace, nobody else's. Take as many breaks as your body needs to. Let your last lunation open the hamstring muscles, the shoulder blades, the neck area, and then raise towards the sky as you breathe in. Slowly allow your body to, not because of your back, but because of your glutes, your hamstrings, your thighs, the heels, the legs, raise your torso, and then fold the elbows and let your fingers come towards the back of your head, the back of your neck, the back of your shoulder blades, with the elbows tight towards your sides of the head. Breathe in and allow this time the abdomen to flatten. Squeeze your glutes and then raise your chest. Now your head, your elbows and forearms, most likely are going to be holding your head so it doesn't move. It doesn't mean it doesn't tilt. It means that it doesn't tilt. While the abdomen and elbows are really moving in opposite directions. Your abdomen moves in, your elbows move up and back, and find that you're extending the front of your body. The glute muscles slowly support that your spine is lengthened. One more time, allow the exhalation to press through your heels. Let your last 2 breaths. Again, your abdomen really activates in your final long deep breath in, as if you're just reaching slowly behind. Carry your body back upright, and then slowly move it forward. Elbows and hands and arms come slowly towards the ground. Observe your body moving gently towards the floor. Allow your hands to come up your mid shin, high shin, lower thigh, and press your hands and arms against, or your hands first against the legs, so your torso becomes parallel towards the ground. And you're going to allow the crown of the head to extend. It's not the head, it's not the chin that moves out and forward. It's the crown of the head, as if you're just moving it away from your tailbone. And you feel your body slowly leaning back into your heels, and your abdomen to be tucked in, and your shoulders to be retracted away from the ears. So your chest drives forward the position, and while your jaw is always drawn in towards your throat to maintain the verticality or the extension of that cervical spine. Pay attention that you're not wrinkling your neck. Last 2 times, breathing in. Slowly exhale, never lock your knees. 1 full breath in. When your body is ready, allow your knees to bend, allow your forearms and elbows to slowly come towards your thighs, on top of your kneecaps, and the palms of hands slowly touching as if you're just skiing downhill. Make sure that your body leans back into your glutes, into the heels, while your knees and toes remain in that same direction. You have not rotated your toes, you haven't opened up your knees wider, your elbows on top of your kneecaps, in front of your kneecaps, on top of your thighs, palms, hands facing, your jaw draws in, your neck is never wrinkled. The glute muscles push back as if you're just about to sit back into the wall behind you. Breathe in, abdomen. Is your abdomen arching or supporting that arch of that back that naturally may come to it, that allows it to extend, to really think about the extension of the lumbar spine. When your body exhales, deep breath. Exhale kindly all the way, inhale into this position. And as the body breathes all the way out, bring your hands back into your shins, into your knees, into your lower thighs, and slowly draw the shoulders away from the ears while the chin tucks in. Crown that extends. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Exhale. So what does it feel like for the midsection, right? What are your legs doing? What are your feet doing into position? Is your neck long and extended? Is your facial expression relaxed? Are your elbows locked? Are you pushing yourself into a position? When we understand that yoga is actually the opposite. Less is always more. And this is your yoga practice. Find your belly. Remind yourself of the intention. Why is it that I made all this effort to turn on my computer and log into that yoga class, or to come in all the way into Houston traffic to this yoga practice? Find your last long deep breath. Engage, engage. When your body exhales, bend your knees, and one more time on your thighs, on your kneecaps, in front of your kneecaps, so the triceps are touching in front of your kneecaps, and your knees are always behind the line of your big toe. Find your jaw, palms of the hands together, jaw draws in, and then squat as if your body presses into your glutes, and feel that you're filling up those pants, and you're really going to tear those pants apart. Breath in. Exhale. We have an extra hair somewhere in there. So breathing in slowly, jaw draws in. Do not wrinkle your neck. Beautiful. Active engagement. Are you breathing? Have you forgotten to engage into the yoga practice and to breathe? Into breathing in and breathing out. Let go. Last 2 times. Are my thumbs supporting the nose bridge? Are my thumbs resting on my forehead? Is my head aligned? Are my knees and toes aligned? One last long deep breath, pressing back through my glutes, squeeze out, and then slowly lengthen my legs. Allow my hands to come to my shins, into my lower thighs, into my ankles, breathing in. When my body's ready, allow the hands to slowly lower a little bit deeper as my knees bend and my hands maybe touch the floor, maybe through the tip of the fingers, while my left foot remains into the ground and my knees are never locked, and my right leg steps all the way back, and I lean the weight of my body into that right foot. And my right foot is placed directly on an imaginary line that I'm going to create between my left toes and my left heel and my left hip. And I'm going to align that with my right hip, my right knee, my right ankle, and the arch of that right foot. Can I place them aligned in that position? Can I allow my left hand come towards my thigh, towards my lower thigh, towards my high shin, never directly on the kneecap joint, because you want to overextend that knee. Your knee is never locked or overextended. Your left hand supports and your right hand comes gently into your waist, into your hips, into your rib cage, into your glutes, all the way towards the lower back, or all extended towards the sky, while my right hand is directly above the shoulders and my left hand is directly under my shoulders. And I look down towards the ground for an easy, gentle position of my neck towards the front of your chest or towards the right thumb as I open my body. And so what are the thoughts that come? How does it feel to move into your body? If I feel anything, can I engage it with my breath? Can I allow my body, again, that self-monitoring, that allowing the body to regulate, right? All this mixture of emotions come and are intimately engaged into our endocrine system. So how is our endocrine system balanced here? Can you squeeze your tummy to really activate all those endocrine glands right above your kidney area, your adrenal glands? And can you feel your throat? Is your head and neck aligning through the endocrine glands in the throat, in the back of your throat area? Can you find your chest and your thymus, and you feel your body engage, and you feel the crown of the head, and the entire rhythm of the breath balances everything. One more time. Inhale gently. Let Your right hand slowly come down towards from the hip, from the sky, gently towards the ground, and you soften gently your left knee. You allow the right knee to come off the ground, the right heel to slowly press back. And now your feet, by moving maybe your left leg a little bit to the left, or your right foot and maybe a little bit to the right. Now your feet are about hip distance. So if I were to place my left leg in front of that left hip and bending my knee on the left side, can I make it in that perfect direction towards my toes? And I do the same thing with my right hip. Is my right hip exactly aligned with my right knee, the heel, the foot, the toes, without pushing with my hands, without pushing with my fists, without pushing through my hips or my knees. Just let your body, subtle, gentle extension. Let your body just come to it. You don't have to force it and have to look like anybody else. There's not a perfect position. The imperfect position might be the one that produces pain. So back off a little bit, give yourself a break, soften, come undone from the pose, come back into the pose if necessary. If we're still in the pose, while your jaw and your neck and the spine align, and you can find your intensity. And when your body exhales one more time, feel that your body really opens, and you can let, just by staying, again, that isotonic movement, right? And maintain the same tenacity of all these muscles, that you're pointing the right heel away from that left knee, and your body naturally understands after this few breaths how to extend and how to activate muscles and how to get to the core of the muscle, not the fast twitching muscles or fibers outside, external to the muscle mass, but internal to your muscle. So what does it mean to connect with your mind, with your brain, to what is endurance in your muscle? Let your body exhale. Last breath in. And then slowly soften your right knee to the floor, soften your body weight, exhale kindly, stretch your right toes slowly behind you, and then lengthen your left knee. And see if your hips move back and your left toes slowly come off the ground, your torso starts moving gently forward. Round, give yourself enough room in your back so your abdomen, your left shoulder come in direction of the left leg. It doesn't mean touching. It doesn't have to look like anybody else. You're not doing better or worse. You're not a better person because your forehead touches to your shin, or you're not less of a better person because your forehead doesn't touch to your shin. So let your own, again, idea and expectations, different from intentions, to simply be drifted away through your exhalation. Can you find your body? Exhaling, opening, stretching. Are your arms and shoulders wide enough that it creates expansion of the muscles of your back? Are you letting your breath really come into your muscles, and the muscles connecting to that connective tissue through your tendons and ligaments when your body exhales? Let go. All expectations, all the idea of having to or looking like. And when your body exhales all the way out, allow your left knee and left foot to slowly bend, to shift forward towards that left foot, to flex your right toes and bring your right leg next to your left foot on the ground on top of your yoga mat while your hands slowly touch the ground. Walk your hands up your shins, your knees, and your thighs until your spine comes slowly and gently, restacking your vertebrae, column tall and long towards the sky, squeezing your glutes. Let your hands come slowly forward and up towards the sky next as your body inhales. Your own pacing, not mine, crossing fingers. Let the hands interlace fingers while the palms of the hands rest gently behind your head, not pushing, not forcing, simply resting. And the skull or the occipital part of your brain just simply rests into the palms while the elbows and shoulders and rib cage slowly open, and you can feel your body squeezing your glutes. And then let your spine slowly rest into the palms of hands. And you breathe your body reaching back, not because you're pinching your spine, not because you're forcing your vertebrae column, It's because you're resting the vertebrate column back. And that arching and extension of your vertebrate column has a direct effect into your autonomous nervous system, or the vegetative nervous system, the one that reacts naturally. Allow your abdomen, your chest, to slowly open. Last 2 times. Squeeze your glutes. Can you press your heels and soften your knees? Allow your toes to be long. When your body's ready, do not shrug your shoulders. Exhale and empty all the way through, and then come up. Inhale towards the sky. And then slowly bend your knees as much as you need to and round your spine. With your fingers still interlaced behind your head, simply roll your body forward as if your crown of head is about to touch gently towards the ground. Of course, let me know if you do, because that'd be amazing. And let the elbows slowly soften your neck and your shoulders, not to be pushed. Lightly softening the hands into the back of your head. And breathe. When your body, abdomen and chest exhale, can you feel the diaphragm? Very nice. Have you still in connection with your body? Can you feel your own rhythm? As your body exhales, release your hands towards the toes, towards your feet, towards the legs, as your knees bend, deep breath in. And when your body's ready, allow your left leg to slowly reach back towards the back of the yoga mat, while your right toes, heel, knee, hip, and back hip align, and the arch of that back foot lands on that perfect or imaginary line. And let your body align with that, and see if your right hand touches your thigh, your shin, your whichever portion of your shin, and your left arm slowly comes towards your leg, towards the glute, towards the waist, towards the hip. And let your right shoulder be perpendicular towards the ground, while the left shoulder comes taller. And you can feel your inner thigh is opening. And you're not pressing on the pinky side more than the big toe. Feel the balls, that means the insertion of the toes into the sole of your foot, are firm into the ground. How deep, how intense, completely up to you. I can fall asleep into the same position as much as I can be sweating in the same position, depending on my day, the moment, the entire intention. Can I find my head looking towards the ground, towards the chest, towards the sky? What is it that is most important right now for you to observe your body? Is your left hand raised to maintain perpendicularity? Can you feel your glute muscles? Can you extend your right knee as much as your body is needing today? It doesn't have to be anywhere or other than exactly where it needs to be. Can I find my jaw? Can I find my head? Can I slowly breathe? Surrender, heels, toes. Let your last breath. And so what does it feel like now that you're really in the pose? What does it feel like to really engage in your last one breath? Can you find what it feels like to support the movement of your body as you exhale? Release that left hand, the left arm, the right knee bends, slowly reaching towards the floor, kindly, not to force. Your right foot may walk towards the right hand. Your left foot comes towards the left edge of your mat, while you raise the left heel and you flex your right knee. And how close to the ground, how deep, how far is it okay for your body to go? As long as the heel of the right foot is always firm into the ground, and your toes are long, and your knee is never coming beyond the line of those right toes. Press through the heel of the right foot and move your left leg in such a way that is perpendicular, that is not rotated, that you're not affecting the ankle, that you're not affecting the rotation of your hip, that you're maintaining your legs just supportive. And it doesn't have to go any farther than that. And that your arms and hands are not doing the work. You're simply holding from falling left to right. And let your muscles start slowly opening, and trust them. Let the hips start dropping kindly. Do not push them, do not force them. Simply let your body breathe and exhale. And how deeply, how forceful versus strength, right? How can we understand the difference between forcing the body and strengthening the body? Can you let your breath observe kindly that your heel and your right knee are moving away from each other, that your left heel presses back while your right knee moves forward? Is your head, is your facial expression, other than just finding that perfect balance? Let your last 2 breaths Are your hands and fingers doing all the work? Are you maintaining your fists into the ground? Is it the palms of hands? Is it the tip of the fingers? In your last long deep breath in, soften and soften your left knee towards the ground. Exhale very gently, kindly into this position. And I think if I remember correctly, we lifted the right toes, we stay steady through your right heel, and your hands come wider and your torso leans forward. It doesn't mean that I lock my right knee and I adjust. Again, I forgot to mention all these micro adjustments that your body does, right? Slow movements that your body's asking you, can I shift my leg a little bit this way? Can I soften my joint? Can I soften my hands, my neck, my back? What is my belly telling me? How am I doing? Am I doing too fast? Do I need to take a break right now? Is my body asking me to come off the position and then come back into the pose if necessary? Can I allow myself to be and start constructing my own strength? Inhale and exhale kindly. Jaw, neck, spine. Can I allow my forehead? Again, what is the constant story I keep telling in my head about my body, about myself? How is my physical body a reflection of who I am? Does that make any sense? Can I just investigate physically what that feels like to feel comfortable, to fit within our physical body? Can I investigate what it feels to adjust and adapt and accept without having to, again, fulfill external expectations? We started talking about focusing inwardly, be mindful, not externally driven. So what voice do you hear external to your yoga moment right now? Can you stay present and become more graceful, more kind to your body when your last full exhalation comes? And you can feel your body flexing and opening, stretching. Coming slowly forward as your right toes and right knee bends, and you inhale into your right foot. Exhale, left toes flex intentionally. Walk your left leg softly. It doesn't have to come in one shot all the way towards the space next to your right one and top of your yoga mat, with your hands on your legs, your hands on the floor. Look towards your toes, your knees, your shins, the space between your legs, your belly button area, and the hands soften and then the direction of the floor. Breathe in. Let your body exhale. One more time. Can you find a flexion? And where is the flexion coming from? Can I feel that my hip flexors are contracting, that my abdomen is contracting, that the back of my legs is extending? When I find my last long exhalation, empty through, can I allow my hands to climb up my legs? My thighs and hips, and my spine rounds into standing position, slow motion. Exhale. Can I feel my hands coming all the way towards the sky, reaching length in the body? This time your thumbs are looking towards the wall behind you, and without having to force anything. Very subtle. Less is always more. Squeeze the glutes, and then slowly maybe look into the space between your hands. And maybe your arms and hands slowly start shifting slightly behind the shoulders, not because more is better. Just investigate. What does it feel like? Experiment and experience your body, right? Experiment with your body. And we know when natural boundaries are reached and when you need to come off and be gentle. Can you add intensity because it just feels so good, or it just feels maybe a little bit too much for my body? Maybe it just feels a little too tense. And let your breath guide you. The moment your breath stops or becomes labored, that's too far. Can you find your heels? Toes lengthen, last long inhalation. Exhale and reach all the way behind and come up towards the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, standing pose. Exhale kindly into standing position. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Allow your arms to slowly interlace behind your lower back. That means your thumbs are going to connect behind you, and you're going to slowly not hit your microphone pack, and let your elbows and shoulders slowly roll back behind us. If you're stretching your fingers towards the glutes, towards the back of the hamstrings, and see if your shoulders are whitening, and you can feel the spine length while your tummy tucks in and your shoulders broaden, and you breathe in and exhale, and your head is not forced, is not raised towards the sky. Contrary, softly and gently, your jaw is going to be drawn towards your throat and maybe closer towards your breastbone. Very softly, never muscling your way into it, and feel that your scapular area moves towards each other. If I were to place my thumbs right in the connection between your trapezoid muscles, and you can feel how your rhomboids shift the entire scapular area towards each other, and you're supporting the length of that cervical spine, and see what happens to your chest, to your shoulders, and expand through the muscles of your chest. Again, those muscles, sometimes we never use them. They start become a little bit saggy, and we know all the things that happen when those become just a little bit too maybe not active. And so can you find that your body's active? You're breathing into those muscle fibers, and the longer you stay in the position, and again, that's all relative, you feel how your body becomes more toned. That means that your muscles become active. Your muscle fibers come from inside, finding tenacity and the exhalation. And it's not the external tenacity. It's not about, bulging up like a bodybuilder, but it's about finding your own natural strength and shape, and your spine lengthens. And not because it's, again, vanity what drives us, is about health. Can you find that your body engages the energy and the rhythm of your entire body, not just one part? Oh, I don't want to feel that part of my body. I don't want to look into that part of my body. Rather, can I engage? Can I slowly find something else known as strength? And what does it mean to look at it, to feel it with all the intention? Exhale all the way through. Last long deep breath in. When your body exhales, slowly soften your hands and your head and your shoulders and your neck and the crown of it lengthens towards the sky, while your hands come right next to your hips. And you breathe. And you exhale all the way through one more time, raising your hands slowly forward towards the sky until the palms of the hands slowly touch. And you're going to cross all fingers except your index that comes like steeple of a church towards the sky. And you raise it towards the ceiling. And your body exhales. And you squeeze and you lengthen as much as your body needs to. And your tummy flexes inwardly rather than outwardly. And your glute muscles activate and squeeze towards the back of your hips. Let your last long inhalation, and then fold forward as your elbows move slowly forward, and you breathe, 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 breathe out towards the ground. Touch slowly your legs, the shins, maybe bending your knees towards the ground, and your neck is never tense. Breathe kindly into this position when your body is ready. Allow the exhalation to slowly empty. One more time, feel your body. Find that muscle memory. Bend your knees so your hands reach completely to the ground through the tip of the fingers, to your fists, to the full palm, and your right leg is going to inhale back far, far behind. Lean into that right leg, and you're going to slowly bend that right knee to the floor. So your right knee comes closer to the floor and your left leg stays forward, and your body exhales. And you can feel that your right toes or the back foot stretches, and you roll the right heel towards the outside of your body so you can feel the ankle and the shin coming closer to the ground for perfect balance. And your left foot stays steady, and your hands lightly touch under the shoulders so your chest starts inhaling and extending forward, and you feel your body reaching through your chest, tall through your tip of the fingers, tall through the palms of the hands, tall through your fists, or maybe blocks underneath the hands. One more time, breathing in, squeezing the glutes. Feel like hip flexor is really opening, not because you're muscling your way into it. You're kindly inviting one more time that your heart center, your chest raises and lifts forward, and then exhale soft and gently down. And you can roll your spine forward, and your left leg lengthens a little bit, and your hands give you balance. So your left leg slowly comes behind, and you exhale all the way through into slow motion. Palms, hands into the floor, toes flex. Allow your body to come into plank position. That means the heels of your feet press back. The crease of the elbows, the part where the elbows bend, is looking towards each other, and you're not pushing into the heel of hands. You're not pushing into your wrists. You're activating your fingers in such a way that your fingers are almost lifting those wrists or the base of the hands from the ground. And you can feel activation, the muscles on the top of your hands, on your fingertips, as they dig towards the ground. Your jaw draws in rather than raised. Abdomen supports. One more time, breathing in. When your body's ready, place your knee to the ground. Find both knees, exhale to the floor. Move your hips slightly back so your forearms and elbows can easily rest into the ground. Palms, hands are wide enough so your chest and shoulders come slightly forward and touch the floor without raising the elbows. So rest your chin, your chest into the floor, and then maintain your hips tall and tilted. So the idea is to allow your sternum and your chest to open wide while your shoulder blades move towards your spine and your tailbone raises the hips, flattens the belly, and engages those deep muscles of the core of your body. Find your body inhaling. Exhale, exhale. One more time. Can you feel the benefit along the spine? And your forearms are on the ground. The elbows are very tight towards your body, as comfortable as it is for your wrists and elbows and shoulders. Last long inhalation. Breathe, breathe, breathe into your glutes. As your body exhales, separate your elbows and slide very gently forward. As your body flattens into the ground, stretch your toenails. Allow your body to flatten your legs. Forearms slowly touch the ground, palms, hands easily rest on the floor while your elbows are still close to your body. Doesn't mean locking them, doesn't mean preventing blood to flow through them. And your head and chin touch the ground. Take a deep breath. Can you feel your toes, especially your pinky toenail? Where is it located? Can you engage it? Can you engage your glutes, your inner thighs? Can you press your pubic bone closer towards the floor and your body starts raising your head, your chest, the elbows stay just under your shoulders and your body presses lightly through your forearms. So your chest comes slowly towards the sky while your jaw remains drawn in. So it's not the head, in just a soft Bhujangasana position. Slowly squeeze your glutes. Allow your toenails, pinky toenail in particular, to be active. The closer your legs are towards each other, the more intense. Find your body inhaling. Exhale all the way through. When your body is finally extending, raise maybe the elbows, raise your chest a little bit taller. Maybe you can add the abdomen to come off the ground. Maybe your pelvic area comes deeper to the floor by squeezing the glutes and your spine lengthens. It doesn't have to be. Your hands can be wider, your hands can be farther forward. Observe what happens to your body as you adjust. Your shoulders tend to raise towards your ears and shrug right next to your neck. Rolling them down, allowing that there's enough clarity around your neck. And how can I feel my body here? So what does it say about the way I relate to my body? Allow your breath. Observe your own intensity. Let your last long deep breath is the crown head extended away from your tailbone and exhale far forward in front of your body, away from the waist, away from that lumbar spine. Forearms and elbows slowly come closer towards the body. Let your toes to flex as you exhale, soften your neck towards the ground. One more time, raise the elbows while the hands come closer towards your chest muscles. As if your thumbs come into your lower pectoral area and your elbows come closer towards your intercostals, and you find the head and neck long and extended, spine lengthens. When your body is ready, toes are flexed, and you're going to slowly press lightly your head, chest, lightly to your ribs, abdomen, thighs, knees, and raise into down dog. And you walk slowly your down dog. That means your feet adjust. They move forward, they move wider until your heels naturally, so they're coming towards the ground. And you feel that your body weight shifts from the hands, from the arms. The pressure tends to go forward. Press it back. Soften your right and left knee. Adjust and fit into this pose, meaning shift and move and wiggle yourself into this position. Walk your feet into this pose. Soften your neck. Jaw draws in. Spine lengthens. One more time. Breathe. And exhale. Can you find your shoulder blades hugging the cervical spine? So you're activating those rhomboid muscles. So your shoulder blades shift towards each other so you can feel the underarms. And those chest muscles, again, that we were activating before. Can you let your last long, deep breath, not on the heel of the hands as you already know, and then slowly walking your body's left leg forward. Just your left leg slowly walks softly forward towards the top of your yoga mat, while your right knee slowly touches the ground and your right heel slowly moves back and your left foot stays forward. And your fingers, one more time, press towards the ground, and your chest and shoulders slowly widen. I messed up, but that's okay. Find your spine and your neck and the crown of the head to slowly come up towards the ceiling. And then move your left knee towards the front while your right heel shifts the shin towards the ground, and you adjust again, full stability through that right leg. When and if your body is ready, then you let your last long deep breath in through the crown. Exhale, use your abdomen and exhale forward towards the left thigh, hands into the floor, flexing your right toes. Soften your neck, and then kindly, not in one movement, as many breaths as it takes you, slide your right leg forward towards the top of your yoga mat, and your body falls into gentle Uttanasana position. Gently allow your jaw, head, neck. One more time. Bend kindly. Are you listening to your body breathing? Are you still connected to that exhalation? And then walk your hands slowly up your legs towards the sides of your body, maybe all the way towards the sky until the hands slowly touch, and steeple pose. And maybe your body slowly reaches back and you can feel the opening. One more time. Heels, not toes. Glute muscles, abdomen. Last long deep breath in. Exhale all the way through. Come up towards the sky. Breath in. And let the elbows bend and soften your hands gently towards the sides of your body. Standing pose. Breathe. Open the palms of the hands as if you're just exposing them to the front of your body. Thumbs to the right and left. Pinky towards the inside of the body, towards the thighs, and your shoulders widen. Deep breath. And exhale, your hands closer as you breathe out towards your legs. And as you inhale, your thumbs, arms open wider, maybe chest height. And then exhale, lower your arms kindly. Use the pectoral muscles, use your arm muscles, shoulder muscles as you inhale. Breathe, broadening. And then exhale. Last one time. Can you feel your chest, your upper body engage as your glutes and thighs support to the ground? And as you exhale all the way through, raise your arms slowly forward towards the sky until your hands meet above the head area into steeple pose. We're going to initiate every movement with your left leg. One more time. Deep breath in. Squeeze your tummy, glute muscles. Last long deep breath in. Not rushing, bending the elbows, and then intentionally bow forward slowly. Bow with your head, bow with your intentions. Touch your legs, your feet, the ground, and hold into this bowing movement, allowing the body to really fold and release gently forward. The weight of your head. We're not carrying things up. We're not having to be posed up. We can actually surrender to the weight of gravity, allowing your last long deep breath through your abdomen, connecting to your breathing all the time. Left leg is going to initiate everything, bring it all the way back, allowing your left knee to slowly soften to the ground, aligning your knee and your toes. Pay attention closely that your right knee is not beyond the right toes, and let your body exhale. And maybe your fingers. Press and raise slowly your chest highest off the ground. And for some of us, it's very difficult to bring your hands under the shoulders, under the ribs, so your chest lengthens. And the chin is able to lengthen and extend gently. The throat and chest areas as secondary movement. And your shoulders, more importantly, move wide and back. So you're leading, you're carrying and presenting your chest forward. Let your last breath. Can you stay present? not to force. As you know, roll the heels so your shin's on the ground. Inhale. And as your body exhales, slowly move very gently forward, pressing onto your right leg, your hands into the ground, gently moving your right leg behind you, allowing the palms of hands to be parallel through your middle finger, right? Your middle finger should be looking the same direction. The index and thumb are really connected to the ground. The pinky is really connected to the yoga mat. Your toes flex in and let the crease of the elbows look towards each other, and maybe your knees may raise off the ground, and your hips are not raised. You are like a plank, like a piece of wood that is laying from the heels through your hips, through your back, through your shoulder blades, to the back of your neck. And your jaw throws in, you're not curling or wrinkling the back of your neck. Breathe, adjust. You have to find your way into a position. You're not locked into a position ever. Again, that's the intention of yoga, that we need to learn, that we slowly learn to connect to our body. In your last long inhalation, deep breath in, bend knees as you exhale and move your hips back so you can feel your forearms and elbows touching the ground, and you soften the pressure on the joints, and your body slides very gently between hands so your chin and chest slowly touch the ground, and you find your body exhaling. You feel that your arch of the spine is slowly diminished or activated by how close your knees are to your hips or under your hips, and how you activate your toes and your heels, and you're not about the elbows, you're not about the wrists. Your abdomen activates. Feel your tummy comes in to press into the base of your lungs every time you exhale. And every time you inhale, you open your shoulders. You're not shrugging, you're not tensing, you're not putting much pressure than your body needs to. Let your last long, deep breath in. Soften your elbows, lift them up, and sliding and exhaling forward your body, toes back. Stretch your toenails, especially your pinky toenail or your tinky toenail, and let the elbows slowly move towards your rib cage, and your head and forehead come towards the ground, and your glute muscle support, and your jaw drawn in. One more time, lengthen the spine. Abdomen, really important that is activated to support the lower back, and when your body is ready, your hands slowly slide forward so your elbows touch and your forearms touch into the floor, and you raise your head and you raise your chest. And maybe this is as far as we're going to go into that very soft Bhujangasana position. Find your belly, find your glutes, find what sustains your back. For some of us, we can add a complete Bhujangasana position. And that's a very terrible term to say complete. Is complete exactly as your body needs it right now. So what is your complete Bhujangasana, cobra pose? And your abdomen retracts from the yoga mat, your glute muscles support your hips, and your head looks towards the sky. That's a gentle extension through your throat, chest area, while your shoulders lower away from your ears. And you open your arms wider, you open your hands forward, you adjust at every point. Let your last two breaths. Observe what is the benefit to your spine that you're moving your body, not how much. It's not about pain, it's about support. And breathe in. And then exhale, bend. Bend the elbows, forearms, and chest and abdomen come towards the ground. And you exhale all the way through. Very gently. Rest for a second. Observe your body breathing. What is the length of your spine? What is the neutrality of the movement? Can you rest even the shoulders towards the ground when the body is ready? And you have truly given an opportunity for your body to unlock, to rest for a second. Bring your hands right next to your pectorals, as if your thumbs slide gently right under your pecs. The elbows tend to widen, bring them in towards your ribs, and your toes flex in. And for a very infamous down dog, we're going to slowly raise the chest, raise the ribs, abdomen, hips, thighs, knees, and let your body walk itself into a beautiful and perfect and restful and delightful down dog. As your head drops between your shoulders and your neck is long, and you find your way into this position. How long are your legs? How flexed are your knees? How much are you shifting away from your hands? Is the crease of the elbows Is the connection between your shoulders, is the weight away from the hands and wrists and elbows towards your glutes as you raise your glutes a little bit taller, and your rib cage comes towards your thighs, and the crown of the head comes towards the floor. Let your last two breaths. Are you exhaling, moving deeply? One more time. Inhale. When your body's ready, your left leg, I think is, no, it's your right leg, right? Huh? Right leg is slowly coming gently forward, or it's the left leg? Right leg is going to come softly forward all the way towards the right hand, because I think I messed up last time. So allowing your left leg to slowly stay behind, and your hands come right under your shoulders, widen your rib cage, left heel presses back, and your knee is never crossing the right toes, and your jaw draws in, the crown extends slowly behind. I usually would have brought the left leg forward, but let's play like we are equally on both sides, and find your left heel, the ankle, the toes to be balanced. Your hands, your shoulders are not doing the work. Your neck is long, your abdomen slowly contracts. One more time. Breathe into this pose. Squeeze the glutes. Can you stay just one time? Again, observe your mind. Again, this moving meditation, right? What are we thinking about? Are we connected in your last long deep breath in? As your body exhales, slowly soften and maybe walk your left leg in as many breaths as it takes you towards the front of your yoga mat. And then fold all the way forward as if your body comes in complete Uttanasana. And that means sometimes the hands touching the thighs, the shins, the ankles, the toes, the ground, the back of your legs, the back of your heels, your forehead on your shins. Again, completely up to your own flexibility and your day. Sometimes the body doesn't want to go any farther, or doesn't need to go any farther. Can I allow my breathing? Let the exhalation empty through the heels, light through your toes in your last long, full breath in. Empty through the crown of the head, and walk your hands up your legs, to your knees, through your thighs, through your hips, all the way into upright position as the arms raise above the head. And your hands clasp so the index finger gently points towards the ceiling into steeple pose. Your body lengthens one more time to really extend, allowing the heels of your feet, not the toes. The toes are just to expand the surface of the soles of your feet. Last full breath. Can you extend and open the underarms, the rib cage, the abdomen, the waist, and as the body exhales, slowly soften elbows, hands, arms, very kindly into standing pose. Stand very kindly in full Tadasana position. That means balancing, and you can walk a little bit your legs, your knees, your hips, your arms, your shoulders. You can feel your body just fitting, and that you have not locked anything, and that your body is able to re-encounter fluidity through its joints. And when the body is ready, can you allow your jaw, your lower mandible, to be parallel towards the ground? So how does it look like when it's lifted up? Again, we are free to experiment and experience, right? Every part of the body. And so test it out and see what it feels to maintain your jaw parallel. Does that help you? The neck and the position of the shoulders, and the opening of the shoulders extends your heart and presents the heart center forward. And can you engage your tailbone area to be tucked under the hips, as if you had a long tail that is just wrapped in between the legs forward, and you can feel that tailbone area just coming in between your legs forward, so your abdomen immediately activates, supports the entire gut area, and this lumbar spine lengthens, and the jaw tucks in, and the crown head extends up, and the soles of the feet are firm into the ground. And some people are allergic to this position. Can you find the palms of the hands slowly next to the outer thighs? May God bless you. Find your shoulders to be broad. I mean, really. Find your spine to be supported. Feel the long extension of the crown of the head. When and feel your body balance. This is your right side. Are you swaying from right to left? Are you swaying front and back? Okay, you find the heels and the toes long, and your jaw is slowly drawn to the throat area so you can feel the extension through the crown of the head. And one more time, soften your face. Can you use the breath? So what does it feel to connect to your brain and to your nervous system in such a way that every part of the body is now distributing evenly the support? It's not just the legs, it's not just the hips, it's not just the back or the abdomen, the shoulders or the neck, it's the entire body. Even my facial expression softens and the tongue touches the roof of my mouth while my lips are softly in connection. And I listen to the breath entering through my nostrils, through the back of my throat, into my lungs. And I feel how the air breathes out, and maybe there's a different temperature of the breath that leaves my body. Can I notice the length of my inhalation? Can I feel the hold? And so, what is the exchange? What am I letting go as I breathe out and I let this breath leave my body? Can I hold and observe and honor the inhalation? I hold it and I exhale and I let go of all the other layers inside my body. And I inhale the intention inside, filling up, making room inside of me, my head, my emotions, as I let those go. How can I bring something fresh and new if I'm not making room for it? I am already filled with other things. Can I inhale and observe my body one more time? Broadening, fresh, extended. And as I exhale, soften your body, knees, torso. Bring your body to gently lean forward, bending your knees, touching the ground, folding your knees to the floor, letting your knees slowly touch kindly the ground. Maybe for some of us, the hips are able to touch the heels of your feet because your knees are comfortable and you can flex your knees. Otherwise, for some of us, it's very difficult. We can stay on hands and knees perfectly equal. For some of us, the hands are able to come from the ground into your thighs if you're sitting in hero pose, and your hands come towards your upper hips, towards your waist. Maybe your hands slowly come gently around and you can raise them towards the sky to reach slowly towards opposite elbows. And let your body inhale and open in the underarms and exhale. Switch the top arm around the elbow and see if you can move through the opposite arm, elbows taller and underarms taller. Last long deep breath in. Release very gently your elbows, your hands, your shoulders, soften your spine. Come very gently forward as your legs gently cross over your ankles to sit over your feet, or bring your legs around so you can sit through one hip behind. So find whichever way you prefer to sit back into Dandasana position, bending the knees, allowing your hands to reach for your shins, for your knees, through your thighs, through your hamstrings, through your glutes, and your jaw draws and the spine slowly rolls one vertebrae. Do not drop it. Slowly walk your hands, separate your shoulder blades. So you're slowly placing and you're tensing through your neck. You're resting every part of your back into the ground while your knees are flexed in an easy and perfect separation between your feet. And your head relaxes. And the shoulder blades touch the ground. And your body inhales. And we exhale slowly, bringing the right knee in towards the abdomen, towards the chest as you inhale. And then the left leg extend, simple breath out, all the way away from the hip. One more time. Inhale as you bring your right knee closest to your chest. Exhale, flattening the entire right side. Feel that your liver is really benefited through that flexion. And then contract your left knee in, letting your right leg slowly towards the ground, switching towards your left leg as you breathe it in, holding it with both hands through your hamstring, back of your leg, kneecap, shin. Exhale your right leg all the way forward. And can you find the right heel, toes, neck, jaw, breath in. Exhale, breathe out through your tummy. Last long deep breath in. At your own pacing, never mind. And then exhale, your right knee slowly comes into your body. Inhale, letting go of your left knee. Soles of your feet to the ground. Arms relax. Feet exhale and lengthen the legs for just a few seconds. Rest your body in Shavasana or relaxation pose. Shoulder blades. What are you still holding onto your body? Is there anything that we can process at this moment and let completely go? And then what have you kept the most valuable experience within your physical body and breathing? Who is the I behind my hand and my belly and my head, my brain, my mind? Who's the I behind my thoughts? Still holding on when I last two breaths. Can I simply let go? Let go of the pressure, of the tension, of the holding. Can I surrender even my body weight to the symbolism of Mother Earth, the embrace, ever constant? How many times I think as I exhale that I'm sinking in, that I'm being embraced by the energy of divine love. And very gentle. Slow motion, never rushing to activate hands and toes and feet. And activate it at your own pace, never mind. Never the person next to you, is your own rhythm. The body starts moving gently, and maybe one leg, whichever one is your favorite leg, flexes and bends in, while the foot remains of that leg on the ground with the opposite leg extended. And maybe the knee crosses over that leg and the body rolls completely on that side of the body, rolling gently on its side, on our side. And I breathe all the way out. And I flex both legs in until my body rolls very gently from the side position to a sitting position. I come back into the sitting position as I started the yoga class, with my legs extended, with my legs crossed, as easy and gentle as my body needs to roll, extend, and open, never forcing anything. My tailbone area sits kindly onto the ground, so I'm not on the edge. I'm not thinking about moving forward. I'm really finding my seat. And again, with the purpose of that moving meditation, this is where the body has done all this work, right? This body work that aligns and fits things within each other, fits muscles and organs and breath and systems and the subtle energy of the body. Maybe my hands are able to move wide outside the hips and they raise outside the shoulders, arms extend above the head until the palms of the hands touch. And then the elbows bend into this Anjali Mudra, driven into our heart center or prayer pose. That reverence and that importance that we can give to the benefit of having a healthy physical body, that we can allow ourselves to find a sense of maybe harmony, maybe allowing ourselves to experience a sense of peace, that we discover maybe something new, a sense of truthfulness about who I am, what has resounded as true within me, what have I decided to keep. And maybe we can investigate the concept of being truly servants, true servants of and with selfless, divine love. See, wait.